Welcome back. We are getting ready for the first match of the top 16 elimination of the World Championship. And it's good to see you again.
Same as well, Sean.
So the match we're going to be featuring coming up is the second seed, Kevin Broberg playing Saiki versus the 15th seed. That is Jeremy Johnston with Mega Man 2. This was a lot of unexpected faces as far as characters go in this top cut.
I can definitely agree with you on that, and it really starts at our top three.
Yep, Bomb Man, Rodney. I mean, he tore it up this weekend.
Oh yeah, we saw he had no fear. He just went in.
I'm actually not that surprised about Saiki. Kevin Broberg won
he did
a large
top.
TTC earlier this year.
Yeah, he did. It wasn't actually in Vegas.
It was here in Las Vegas.
So I guess he brought it back.
And we are getting right into this here.
Oh goodness.
So looks like Mega Man has elected to go first. That's Jeremy playing.
Right, and it looks like Kevin is
mulligan.
Mulligan, yeah, wow.
Well, that hand does not look terribly good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing is he wants to see that Negli as soon as possible.
And Jeremy just checked an Artifice Avarice, which lets him draw an extra card. Super fair.
Skill intensive, I believe is the term. I really like the choices being made so far. The mulligan, see, there's the Negli. He really needs to see it early.
Yeah, Negli is really good for him. So Negli is a terrain that when it leaves a staging area, both players have to add the top two cards of their deck to their card pool face down, which doesn't usually happen.
Right.
But Saiki can add Negli to his momentum as a cost.
Oh yeah.
To give an attack plus 2
and no matter what, it triggers the ability.
Yeah.
Because as long as Fort Negli leaves the staging area in any way, shape, or form, it triggers the ability to add 2 cards from, I believe, is it both players' top decks?
Both players' top decks. It's an incredibly good defensive ability, and it's really good offensively as well.
Right.
It has a first form on it that you destroy a foundation, your opponent has to add a face down to their card pool.
That is very valuable, especially in a matchup like this. Could you believe that? Like, you first form, and your offense gets started immediately.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Now, there's so many flip costs in the format right now. That's going to make Fort Negli really helpful for Kevin in this match.
Especially, we see 2 cards right there, Spiders and Dragons. The Hunt for Spiders and Dragons right there. If he ever plays one of them from hand, flips one right away.
Well, it's your opponent's face down that goes in the card pool.
Right.
Now, Spiders and Dragons does have a great second mode. So after your life it has respond, flip. After your life or death attack deals damage, you can gain 2 vitality or make your opponent lose 2.
It's extremely strong, especially considering that you really want to gain that life back with Saiki.
So Kevin Broberg just drew up his second hand. He's got quite a few attacks in his hand right now, which is unusual for his deck.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Viewing his deck list, he has 4, 8, 12, 15, 17, 18 attacks.
18 attacks in a 7-hander with 62 cards in main deck?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little unusual.
Looks like Kevin's going to play a few more foundations here.
Oh, I love his staging area at this point, though. He's got plenty of defense for that Mega Man 2 Stun 2 ability.
Yeah, with Celestial Beam.
Yeah, and of course, he can deny the momentum with Reactive Style.
Yes. So there's a lot of stun going on already in Mega Man staging. He's got a key end plus his character ability.
Now that we take a look at that hand, though.
I hope we get another look at it. At least checking out Kevin's discard pile.
There's a Burning Blitz Vortex in there.
Yeah, he's stopping to read that. That card has not seen very much play.
Yeah.
But Powerful 5, that card gets pretty serious pretty quickly.
For sure. I mean, it is definitely something you have to be mindful of.
If you combine that with Fort Negli Restore, with 2 cards in your card pool, 5 mid for infinity.
Yeah, exactly. Literally an infinite number.
All right, let's have a look at this hand for Mega Man again. Looks like he's got Robert's Little Kick.
Getting a Ride.
Getting a Ride. He's got
Death Valley Faceplant. Yeah. So he's gonna opt to build. Okay. I guess that's it.
He played 1 foundation. He's trying to set up the perfect attack hand right now, and that could be very deadly against Saiki. Here's why. With Fort Negli restored, Saiki's gonna be able to build 4 or 5 foundations per turn.
Right.
And he could just end up so far behind he'll never get up and over.
That is true. That is very true. Now, the funny thing is, there we go. One of my favorite cards in the game, Admiral Two Fist Von McChompington. Talked about him earlier today.
Kevin played 2 in pass.
Yeah.
Kevin's got a number of attacks in his hand as well. He's sitting on a Navos.
Right.
He's got Robert's Big Kick. I call it Up Smash because
it is the Up
devastating.
Smash, yeah.
It's a +0 mid block. He's got Hyper Bomb. Now Hyper Bomb is almost always on.
It is all. Well, yeah, you always have lower life, no matter what. The funny thing here is, okay. Okay.
We do apologize. We're going to
yeah.
quiet down a little bit.
Okay.
We're going to go to our golf voices here.
Yeah, that does make a little more sense.
Very well. He
So
plays a card into his card pool. I think he's going to play an attack next. That's a Death Valley faceplant.
Ooh,
that's unfortunate, though. Looks like he checked a 3.
Yeah, that is a 3.
He's going to have to commit 2 foundations.
Now, the thing to note here is that he doesn't really have to worry about Kevin blocking this, because Kevin has literally no throw defense on his board right now.
He doesn't, but his deck has good throw defense in his
He does,
hand.
yeah. He does have in-hand support. Now, I feel like if he blows the throw defense early, it could put him in a weird situation, because Mega 2 can always just find another attack and give it stun 2 as well to go in. So it's not bad.
I mean, Death Valley Faceplant is just an excellent card.
Oh yeah, very rewarding.
Let's have a look at that. It's just got some great stats. It's a 5 difficulty throw.
And I'm really glad to see it back after its first appearance was in Red Horizon 2.
Yeah. That's 3 mid for 5 with a +2 mid block, stun 1, and it effectively has stun 2, because if it deals less than 4 damage, you gain 2, and you can foundation your opponent's staging area.
Right.
Now it looks like he's going to block with a hyper bomb here.
Ooh.
Now Kevin is going to have to. One of Kevin's foundations is going to get committed here, and Kevin does take
4 damage there. Yeah, does take the damage. Now, one interesting thing to note is that Kevin didn't opt to reduce the speed of the attack, because it's a throw. You don't really want to take the loss on the foundations either way.
He is going to reversal with a Navos.
Ooh.
Let's bring Navos up, because Navos is just an incredible reversal.
Definitely format-defining card for sure. Now, do you think he's going to respond with the Tufus here?
I'm not sure.
Because the thing is, Agile Warrior.
I think he's going to.
He's going to hit the Agile?
That's going to happen. It's 2 speed.
So, let's go back. So Navos is this very dangerous reversal, obviously. Comes in at 5 difficulty base. It has a desperation cost of 3. And then, of course, it just gets progressively stronger throughout the game.
Yeah, because it has an enhance on it. It has no cost. It says every time your opponent passes, for the rest of this enhance, it gets +1 damage.
Right, exactly. So if you're sitting at a bunch of enhances, you basically get to progressively get stronger throughout the game. And it does have another ability on the top. It balances out the idea of, well, am I going to give it more damage or am I going to give it more speed? So it says if your opponent passes on their next enhance, and we'll see it right on the screen.
Oh, Kevin just put his opponent in the pillow fort, as we like to call it, Fort Negly Restored. So he has to block what is now a 5-speed mid for 10 Navos with 4 progressive difficulty.
Right.
His opponent's in the tank right now. This is an awkward position to be so early in the game.
You can see it all over his face there. It looks like he's very frustrated with having to deal with that. And it is a very
Navos is incredibly frustrating.
Incredibly strong card, yeah.
I mean, it's now at a 2 mid for 6 to start.
Speed,
it's a 6-speed mid for 11 right now.
And then he has to pass on the last one. Now the issue here is he gonna take it, take the net loss, and then continue his offense? Because he can flip both those hunt for spiders and dragons as well, Sean.
Oh yeah, and burn him for 4 more.
Yeah.
Or he could elect to gain life. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, he did take the damage.
Wow, he opted to take all that now, but Kevin didn't respond. Maybe he values it for another attack by any chance.
So, ooh, this is going to come in for quite a bit of damage.
Oh my goodness, he's.
Hopefully Kevin saved a block here.
Yeah.
Because he's going to give it stun.
That's Chain Blade, right?
Yes.
And it's going to get extra stats because he did take damage during the turn.
Yes, he did. Kevin's in a bad place right now, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of damage on that Saiki. See, maybe...
Let's bring up Chain Blade.
Yeah.
So it's a 4 mid for 4. If you dealt damage this turn, this tech gets +2 damage.
Right, no block, but it's a very low difficulty reversal. For 4 mid 4, it's pretty decent stats.
Free stats here.
Yeah.
Kevin Broberg does have that up smash in his hand that he could attempt to block on a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's a rough one.
He's not going to make it.
He's not going to pass it.
He doesn't have enough.
Now, this is the double-edged sword of, I guess, Negly. You will have to take some damage. But at the same time, his opponent overcommitted. If Kevin draws attacks, he wins.
Well, we know he has enough smash in his hand. If he has a kick, he can put his opponent way behind and sneak in here.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
I mean, Kevin is relying on the backswing here.
Bro, Kevin goes down 4 life.
Well, that does turn on Navos's desperation ability.
It definitely does. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Is he going to play another attack?
I think he's really thinking about playing that Leaf Shield.
Leaf Shield, yeah.
But he'd need a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There's
8.
no way he passes.
He'd have to check a 6. He'd have to check a 6
He'd
right
have
here.
to check 6, commit, avarice.
He is really thinking about it, but he's not going to.
Opted out. See,
so,
do you think that might come back and bite him later? We'll see the moment he tries to block if Kevin draws any attacks.
well, what I suspect Kevin's going to do here is he's going to lose 2 and go down to 2 to put another pillow fort in play.
Well, that's actually very smart because, all things considered, if we look at his hand, if we ever get a hand, if he draws attacks, he can gain up to 4 life back.
So Kevin is in the tank. He's thinking right now. He's thinking, is this the time to make the move?
Yeah, I mean, it's
so
one of those
he is
situations.
going to Saiki, and is he going to go after Pillow Fort, or is he going to pick up Celestial Being?
Ooh, that's something we didn't consider.
Not Celestial Being. Team.
What's the?
Oh my goodness.
I'm blanking on it too. Team Psycho Soldier.
Which he did elect to do. That's not a good start though. He checked a 3
on the hyper bomb.
On the hyper bomb. But that's going to commit out his last 2 opponent's last 2 foundations.
Exactly. Now, interestingly enough, though, he is at a low life total. He can opt to blow one of them up if you really need to.
So let's see what he does here.
Yeah.
So he is going to stun, which isn't to be surprised. Now hyper bomb is going to be, I think.
Oh, he's going to kill a momentum.
He's going to kill momentum.
That's smart. Get it out of the way now, so you don't have to deal with it later.
And so he's going to destroy.
He's going to destroy it for hyper bomb's ability to destroy one of the stunned ones. Is that correct? Oh, he's opting to ask for Two-Fist.
I think Kevin's going to wait to use his Two-Fist if he does it all this turn.
Now, I think that's actually a smart approach because he's going to want to see how Jeremy reacts in this situation.
I don't know where Hyper Bomb's getting 2 speed from at this moment, though.
Oh, he did commit Two-Fist. That's why.
Oh, well, hopefully they notice that because Two-Fist is definitely ready. Nope.
Yeah, I guess not.
Okay. So.
Oh, actually, no. You know what it was? He blew up reactive style for Team Psycho Soldier's effect, plus 2 speed on a face down.
Oh, this is bad news, Bears.
It is bad news.
Oh no, he failed. He failed the control check.
Oh no.
So
he doesn't take damage, but he does not get the reversal, and that's gonna come bite him. Oh.
This is gonna be bad. See, Jeremy had a showdown in his hand,
He did.
which had Kevin not led with that hyper bomb, could have completely changed the outcome of this game.
The outcome of this game would have been completely different in the sense that Kevin would have to commit out. He might not have been able to pass the next card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nevos right now has got 2 speed, and he's gonna give it stats for sure.
I think that Jeremy got a little greedy, to be honest.
Well, if we could bring up Celestial Being, Nevos is a reversal, and Kevin does have 2 momentum.
Yeah.
So we can use Celestial Being to give Nevos +3/+3.
It's true.
This is going to be a gigantic attack.
Devastating attack, actually, if you think about it. All things considered, there's no enhances live up there.
No, so what Kevin's going to want to do, he's going to want to play as many enhances as possible to make this a giant Nevos, and he still has an up smash in his hand.
He still does. Now, the thing to consider here is that he can also burn him for an additional 4, and that.
So by my math, it's +5 speed, +7 damage right now.
Good.
He may kill him right here.
Yeah, 13 plus 4 more. That's exactly 17.
Yeah, there's no way he can block with the showdown. I think this is a done deal
here.
here.
I think so too. I think we're going to go to game 2 here.
So while we're finishing this up here, I just want to remind folks, thank you to Dex, who gave us these very nice deck boxes this weekend.
Absolutely.
Absolutely gorgeous.
I love them.
DexProtection.com to get your Dex boxes, or check them out at your local brick-and-mortar store. Getting back to the game here, we are still resolving the Nevos, and the stats get there. So that is that. So we're going to move on to the sideboard phase.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, interestingly enough, we were looking at Jeremy's, and he has 3 of Stop, which is one of the more prominent actions in the format right now. It really puts a damper in any deck that relies on enhances.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If Kevin Broberg gets stopped, he can't use Saiki to put Pillow Fort in his momentum, which slows down his defense.
It does, but the thing is, like, he can use it as his first stance, but it's not usually beneficial right away. You want to wait a little bit to see what they have in the blocks. Body of Spirit, correct me if I'm wrong, if we could pull that card up, I'm not sure if that's the one that blocks throws or not.
Body of Spirits, I believe if you fully block a throw with it, it deals no damage.
Yes, I believe that's a Bishamon. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I don't think he would bring that card in this
Right,
situation.
not in this situation
and
at all.
I certainly don't think he'd bring in homemade explosives.
Right. However, discarding a asset for draw card is not bad either if he feels like he needs more speed, but he probably doesn't need it realistically.
You know, actually, I take that back. Homemade explosives might be a good pick in here. You definitely don't want to use it on Fort Negley Restored.
Right.
But you could be tempted to use it on Psycho Soldier.
That is true.
Two-Fist Von McChompington. So
because if he does blow it up, you can always bring one back.
That's right.
Yeah. It's definitely not a bad choice. The DR would be very nice here, the introduction, and he would be able to draw. Now, if
looking at Kevin's sideboard.
Yeah, Peaceful Messenger for the throw matchup.
Yeah, bring that in. I expect him to bring Dodge.
Yeah, a Showdown would... I mean, he showed him very minimal attacks that turn. He showed him a Chain Blade, basically mids, for the most part. I don't think he'd bring in many mid blocks in this situation.
Dimension Door Ambush, I think, would be a good card to bring in here.
For sure. He showed him the robber kick.
Everything on Mega Man has 2 keywords.
Oh,
which
for sure.
you could force him to play it again. And if you're in the Pillow Fort...
Oh, it's over.
It's over.
Yeah. All things considered, another Burning Blitz, maybe a Skull Barrier. I don't think he would bring one in.
I don't think he'd bring Burning Blitz in. I would actually take mine out.
Yeah, I would actually
win
opt
this
to
on the
bring in
back
the other
of
Skull
Navos.
Barrier, maybe.
Skull Barrier could be pretty good
because he does have early access to momentum with Reactive Style as well.
Reactive Style plus Saiki's ability.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you can just sit on your Skull Barrier for as long as possible. It is a mid block, and he did show him plenty of mid attacks.
That is true.
Yeah, and just throwing this out there, he does have another Celestial Being for the Mega 2 matchup. So if he needs to respond stun, there you go.
Yeah. So I mean, if I was Kevin Broberg, I'd be bringing in Dimension Door Ambush, Celestial Being, Dodge, and Peaceful Messenger.
Yeah.
Because he knows that his opponent is going to be playing Death Valley Faceplant.
That is true. That he did show him, and again, all mid attacks.
Yeah. Looking at Jeremy's list, he does have Hien Shippu Kyaku, which is Robert's little kick. That does come in on high zone. He has Chain Blade, which was mid.
Right.
Flail Strike, which is...
I think a high, actually.
A high.
Yeah, it's a
Leaf
reversal
Shield on a low, and Dragon's Claw. So he is got a really good zone mix-up.
Yeah, Dragon's Claw, I believe, is the multiple 1 high attack. 4 high 4, is that correct? The melee in?
Let's bring that up so we can have a look at that.
Yeah, and Dragon's Claw.
Dragon's Claw.
Interesting. And I believe it has EX2 as one of its abilities, too.
Yeah, so... the Saiki deck does not have a lot as far as speed reduction goes.
That is true. That is one thing I didn't... well, he has 4x know your objective, but it's not going to go as far, I don't think.
No,
it's not going to go as far. Interesting. Maybe it's Dragon Claw, if we can pull that up.
So, looking at the assets in Jeremy Johnston's deck, Hien is incredibly important to him. If he can get that out, at the beginning of the match, beginning of the game, that's really good because almost all of his attacks have weapon.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's going to stun Kevin out. Stun is not terribly great against Kevin because his deck does allow him to play a lot of foundation. His deck is 35 foundations, 8 assets, and an action.
Right, absolutely.
And I expect that mix-up to change up.
And Kevin looks a little less tense this time around. He looks like he's taking it all in.
Yeah, I think he wanted to kind of get the lay of the land, try to figure out what his deck was doing, because Mega Man 2 has completely reasonable symbols.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
On all 3 symbols. It's definitely something you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing to note is that there is a lot of pressure, obviously. This is a singles, environment, man. You have to consider that one mess up, that's it.
Yeah, it could cause too big here.
Yeah.
And Kevin Broberg, he has won multiple championships.
Oh, yeah.
He's won Canadian Nationals for teams and
2013,
singles.
I believe?
2012 for Team Canadian Nationals. 2013 Team National Champion. He won 2013. He became the Legacy World Champion.
2016 Teams Champion.
2016 Teams Champion. 2015 Extended Championship. But he's never won Singles Worlds.
That is a lot. He and you know what's interesting about it? He was talking to me about it off camera. He said that the guys in the office really started calling him the world champ when he told them that he was Player of the Year. Now, Player of the Year. That's something we didn't talk about before.
Yes, Player of the Year is a program
Yeah.
ran through Jasco Games where you earn points
Yeah.
for traveling to PTCs or to the World and National Championships.
Right, right.
You get points just for playing. You get points for winning. You get points for making elimination. You get points for winning the whole event. And it came down to the last event last year between Miles Tyler and Kevin Broberg.
And Kevin took it.
Kevin took it.
Yeah.
I did just hear some clapping overhead. Sounds like one of the other matches is finished, so hopefully we'll find out pretty quickly who won that, so we can give you guys an update.
Yeah. On top of that, though, it looks like we're gonna.
Looks like we're about to get up and running again.
Looks like they're getting their hands ready to go.
Kevin Broberg is pretty notorious for liking to shuffle his deck a lot.
And you know what? You really gotta take the time to think, because in an untimed round, you never know. I mean, when the pressure's on, you gotta take as much time as you possibly need.
That's not why he does it, though. He really believes that taking extra time to shuffle, keeps your opponent from having an advantage, keeps weird things from happening.
I mean, the psychological thing, you gotta psych yourself up to.
So looks like Jeremy just mulliganed his hand. Hopefully we can get a better view at what he mulliganed to kind of see what's going on. His new hand looks quite a bit better. Certainly going to lead with that Dragon.
Does have a free build, yeah.
So that's no progressive there. Let's see. He's gonna.
Is he gonna play the Kian, or are they getting a ride? I didn't see.
I didn't.
Weapons upgrade.
Let's bring that card up because I do not recall what weapons upgrade does.
I believe it gives you additional breaker on an attack.
That sounds. Oh, that is a great build.
Yeah. Wow.
Great 5 build on turn 1.
Man, that is. I would love to have that.
So Kevin also will start with his own Drake. Oh, 2 of them.
Wow.
That's a pair. Powerful assassin.
One of the better cards, though.
2 of them. Man, Kevin Broberg should have taken that hand to the blackjack tables. So weapons upgrade is a 2/4 no block. Archimate, a foundation. After you play an attack
card,
it gets +1 to its breaker,
powerful or stun
rating.
Now it says attack card.
So that means if you play it as a block, you can get +1 to your breaker.
Right. So not necessarily a bad thing, obviously. Breaker 3 I hear is pretty good.
So that was a 3 check. It does look like Jeremy brought in homemade explosives.
Oh yeah, he did.
All right.
And he checks a 5 for the partners in crime fighting.
I think this match is going to go a little longer. A lot of
it is
foundations in play here.
And just judging by what Kevin's going to have on this turn, I don't see a Negley.
So homemade explosives, a 2/5 asset.
Yeah.
After it's destroyed, you draw a card and get +2 or -2 damage.
And the good thing about that is it's a static text. So it's not exactly going to be it's not going to be like detrimental to you. No one can really negate that.
No. And you can destroy it on command to destroy an asset, which
exactly.
I would do to Admiral Two-Fist Fondling Chompington.
And it looks like Kevin went ahead and lost 2 life.
Yeah, he got himself on the Malta.
Now, La Malta is an asset that I believe is a check for 4 for +1 speed. Is that correct?
He did, and Kevin did just check a Fort Negley, so at the beginning of his next turn, he will be in the Pillow Fort.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to point out, is that 2 pull Damagigans?
That card is absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
Let's bring that up real quick because it's incredibly good.
I think this is a matchup warping card.
Yeah, so it has an enhance on that just lets you peek once per turn at the top of your deck.
Right.
But when that card really gets into beast mode is when you're in desperation.
Right.
Because after you can remove it to make your opponent play their attack again. So when you're in the Pillow Fort, you got 2 cards in your card, you had to put substantial resources into playing an attack. Having to play it again could end your turn.
Now, what most people don't understand, probably will not catch right away, is that when you play an attack, you've already paid cost on checks as well. So if your opponent's playing a very high difficulty card and they commit, you have to make them play it again. And that is very detrimental.
Yes. So we just got a report in from our stream director here. Looks like Rodney playing Bombman beat Tam playing Wily 2-0.
Wow.
So the Robot Master mastered Dr. Wily.
Well,
he'll be moving on to the round of 8. Congratulations.
Creation takes the creator.
I feel like I've seen an episode of The Twilight Zone about this.
Definitely. Now, Jeremy's board state is unreal.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of juice. One thing to note is that he does have 2 Artifice Avarice in play, so if he chooses to reversal, that might be nigh unblockable.
Well, what I expect Kevin to do here is play defensively.
Yes, for sure.
Until he's put in a place where he Because if they just keep building foundations, Kevin's got all 3 of his assets out now.
Right.
So he can kind of just chill. The only thing he doesn't have is Psycho Soldier.
That is true. That is definitely one card that he would prefer to see, because it does have a -2 speed enhance as well.
Looks like Jeremy is going to look at Two-Fist Von McChompington again. I think that is a prime target for his homemade explosives this time.
I would agree. And the thing to note is that if he thinks that Kevin doesn't want to use Fort Negley early, he can target it.
Yes. Let's look at Kevin Broberg. He is kind of got one of his little tells right now. He's shuffling his cards around in his hand.
Right.
Usually, if he's shuffling his cards around in his hand like that, things are not going his way.
Yeah.
So,
and something to note is that Kevin, he looks a lot more serious than we've seen him in rounds.
yeah, once you get to elimination, Kevin Broberg kind of buttons down and gets serious. Like I said, he's never won the singles world champion.
Yeah.
And I know that's very important to him.
Right. The pressure is riding.
So here comes that Death Valley face plant. So let's see. So
Checks
a
5. Yeah.
That's a good start.
Oh, he's got weapons upgrade.
Yeah, he's gonna give it a stun. He's gonna make it stun 2.
Well, here's the thing. If he responds, he gives an additional stun 2, doesn't he? Or no, he can't, because it doesn't has to not have it. Yeah, Mega Man 2. So he just gives it an additional stun. Stuns 2. Now, what throw defense? I mean, he has powerful assassin.
Kevin Broberg has Peaceful Messenger, which
he can bounce that. He can give it the minus and then add it to his hand.
I'm fairly certain he is going to. He stunned it out. I bet you he powerful assassins and picks up Peaceful Messenger.
Yeah.
And it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do.
And the -2 speed here. Now this actually completely turns off Death Valley's effect.
Yeah. So it's good. So Peaceful Messenger is a great block. It's +3 mid block, and if you block an attack with it, it deals no damage.
Absolutely. And it has a great enhance too.
Yeah.
If you manage to get it out, I mean, in a deck where you can bounce it to your hand, +2 speed or +2 damage is never bad.
No.
Yeah.
So I think Kevin is pretty much audible that he's going to attack here. So I'm sure that Jeremy's going to back off and just let him have it, because he's got a 1 mid for 7 throw that's going to be omni blocked here.
Yeah, at worst, Kevin commits 1 card here. And he can also peek the top of his deck. So there you go.
He doesn't choose to. I mean, that's a fairly easy block to play.
Exactly. You don't have to worry about it too much.
And we're not in the pillow fort yet, because I think Kevin Broberg's going to want to block a couple more things.
Yeah.
Now, I think he is going to get followed up right now with a Flail Strike. I would not be surprised I saw that.
There it is.
Sure enough, there it is. Let's have a look at Flail Strike.
It's one of the more interesting attacks. It's a nightmare attack, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I've not seen this in any deck. So it's a 2 high for 4. It's got 3 keywords. If it's not blocked, choose a card in your opponent's card pool. It sits there.
Ah, that's interesting. So you basically have them stuck with progressive difficulty.
Well, it looks like Kevin is going to Two-Fist right now and seal Getting a Ride.
Well, here it comes.
So -2 speed. Let's see what Kevin does next. He is going to... Oh, he's going to stun.
Yeah, he has to stun here. But funny enough, he didn't use the Celestial Being.
No. Did he commit it?
No,
he did not.
No, it's not.
I think he's waiting till later in the turn. He wants to protect his Paul Demahijins. He wants to protect powerful assassins.
Yeah, that's true. I think what's interesting, it's only, 4 speed at the moment? Is that correct? Because he used an Arthur's Avarice.
Well, it was -2 speed. So
oh, yeah. So he's going to do it again.
And then he's getting... So they're fighting over speed right now with no objective. Right now it's at printed speed.
Yeah.
Because got 2 from our... -2 from Two-Fist, -2 from Know Your Objective, and then +4 from Artifice Avarice.
And what's interesting to know is the mental game here is very, appropriate. Kevin is basically saying, well, I'm not going to let you do this, and it appears Jeremy really needs this hit to hit.
He really, really wants it to hit right now.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to show that he's going to be aggressive against him in this particular situation, because, you don't want him to just free up.
Yeah. Kevin Broberg, definitely a UFS player, well known for drinking lots of water. He is actually a certified camel, and he's
watering a great
watering himself up right now.
And wow, I love it. What's interesting is you can sort of see Bryce seems a little more confident this time around as well.
Yeah, I think things are kind of going his way. Kevin is going to block with a Hyper Bomb here because he does not want cards frozen in his card pool.
That is true. Now, will he opt for a reversal, do you think?
I don't think you reversal here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 2 progressive difficulty. Mega Man has a lot of stun.
Right.
He's only got 3 foundations left. So
the good thing too is that the stun is pretty much done. So he can't do it again.
Unless he has another stun attack.
That's true. But the good thing is, it looks like we see a chain blade.
He is really thinking about playing that chain blade too.
Yeah, he is. He's oh wait, what's gonna be?
Wait, I did not see that other card.
Oh,
no, let's see what he does here. It's probably gonna be an attack. He's still got many foundations.
Right, for sure. It has to be. I mean, you don't take that long to play a foundation, do you?
Not really.
Yeah.
One thing we haven't seen activated yet is Armor Expert.
That's true. He hasn't taken really any damage. So, well, he can also use it to stack cards.
Yeah. See, Jeremy does not have as many foundations as Kevin, but he could force Kevin to put foundations on top of his deck.
Yeah, and the thing is,
we are going to play the chain blade.
He is going to play it. Yeah.
So this is that that 4 mid for 4. But I don't think he gets the bonus because his first attack didn't deal damage.
That's true, but this is the thing. He basically put Kevin in a situation where if Jeremy says, well, I don't need to play any more attacks, he can explosives here.
That's true. Yeah. And Jeremy did use Armor Expert to put Arvis Avarice on top of his deck, so he is going to draw a card next time he makes a control check.
That's true. That is an extremely strong ability. Skill intensive, as some would say.
So we're going back and forth. Kevin Broberg opted to take the
11.
damage here. Well, if one of
Falls
Kevin's
below,
assets get destroyed here, he can use Saiki's ability to put himself into desperation and have a very explosive another wow.
Okay.
Nope. And how lucky he gets to draw a card.
I wonder what that card's going to be in his hand. Let's find out.
Let's have a look-see. Well, we're not going to find out. It's a secret.
Okay.
Secret card.
It is definitely a secret.
So he still has a lot of foundations left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 ready foundations, 7 ready foundations.
And he also has a Student of the Grand Chronicle.
And he has 2 Armor Experts. So he's going to check 5s for the rest of the turn.
Exactly.
And I'm pretty sure I saw a Leaf Shield in his hand.
Ooh, he might go for it.
Kevin Broberg, I don't think is liking his position here right now.
No, you wouldn't. I wouldn't either.
Look at that face.
Yeah, shaking his head,
shaking his head. Things are not going well.
And he only has 1 card in hand?
Now, if Kevin loses more vitality, he will be in desperation.
Yeah, what Jeremy has to do here.
No, Kevin has elected to... he's going to Dimension Door Ambush. Let's bring up that card. This card is fantastic.
This is one of my favorite tech cards.
This is an excellent play here. Kevin Broberg is going to put some pressure on. I do worry this might have been a little bit aggressive.
But he does get the stun, so maybe it'll give him some leeway.
He only gets the stun for 1.
Yeah.
And Jeremy gets to put his Artifice Avarice back on top of his deck.
That's true.
This was a very bold play. Oh, there we go. We're in the pillow
There's
fort.
the Neglies. Yeah, you got to do it. I mean, you have to do it because you got to basically say, all right, Bryce, or Jeremy, show me what I can do here.
Yeah. Okay, and he's going to try and play it again. Jeremy's a 21, so
that's a 9, right?
He passed it.
Yeah, there you go.
And
he's gonna opt to blow it up.
Yep. There goes
Take out
Malta.
Blow up the other one.
Nope.
Oh, he's not gonna do it.
Oh yes, he is.
Okay. So he's gonna hit the 2 fists.
All right,
and he's gonna draw.
This is coming in for
additional 8 damage. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Kevin Broberg lost there. That Dimension Door Ambush might have been too greedy.
It was too, but the thing is, he had no choice.
Maybe he didn't have any blocks in his hand.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, that might have been
Well, the problem with Kevin, I think with that particular match, Jeremy got way ahead on foundation, so it didn't matter what the Pillow Fort did, and he checked well.
And that's the one downside you can really see with the deck is it's extremely risky. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't.
Now, Kevin is going to be on the play, and Saiki does...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Saiki has a huge advantage on the play.
Absolutely. I mean, going first in any game, it just solidifies your position, especially with all of his free builds. He's playing over the top. He's playing the Dragon of Kyokugen. It's really good warps, and the more you check, the easier it is for you to get those Neglies.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fort Negli Restored is absolutely critical to Kevin's play
absolutely.
Game plan.
I mean, I think he would even mull for it. We saw in the first game.
He has to.
Absolutely. And it just goes to show you that Jeremy is no slacker either. He understood the matchup immediately.
Yeah, he knew what he needed to do.
Yeah, it was just so he had the explosives ready to go. He even had them in pairs.
Yeah, he had a lot of really fortunate draws there.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
making sure he can guarantee his checks for the turn was really good with Armor Expert. and 4 damage off of homemade explosives.
Armor Expert, though, was a lot more live than I gave it credit for originally.
More live than normal because he had 2 Artifice Avarices in his staging area.
Yeah, exactly. Now, one thing to note, though, is that Kevin did opt to not use the Celestial Being.
It
did bite him.
I think it did, but I don't know if he had any other blocks in his hand.
Yeah, I mean...
Because Dimension Door Ambush does not roll a block. That is a major disadvantage of that card.
Right.
And he had to pitch an attack to use its ability.
Oh, but one thing is, I think he got too greedy because he did have 2 powerful assassins.
That's true.
He only used 1.
Now, I did hear some clapping, so it does sound like another match has completed.
Right.
Our stream manager, I think, is going to go and try and get some results for us. So we'll wait to see what that comes back with. We'll find out real shortly.
Right, absolutely.
So we are shuffling up. Looks like we are done sideboarding. And we'll kind of see what happens.
And, you know, we were talking about the shuffling before, but it's, when you really get to see the hands in motion from that perspective, you're like, wow, look at Kevin go.
I think Kevin's realizing right now this match was not as easy as he thought it was going to be.
No, I think he thought it was going to be a breeze.
I did speak to him before the beginning of the match, and he thought this would be a pretty easy matchup for him.
I mean, you can never count anyone. I mean, it is World Championships after all.
He looks a little dejected right now. I think he's trying to think to himself right now, you know, could I really be about to be knocked out of the World Championship?
Yeah, it's a rough call to make. I mean, it's all in the cards. You have to have luck on your side in anything. But, I mean, a skill-intensive play from Jeremy really just goes to show you that, you know, even the pillow fort can be ripped open.
That's true. Kevin's going to take a minute to shuffle his opponent's deck pretty good. Jeremy looks pretty happy with himself right now.
Yeah, I'd be a little happy. He's tapping his foot there. You can see, having a good time.
Well, I believe this is Jeremy's first appearance in elimination for Nationals or World Championships.
Yeah, I believe so.
So, you know, it's a very exciting time. It's probably also very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and interestingly enough, I did want to take a moment to say that Akuma mat, the World Championship mat, looks amazing.
Everybody who played in the team tournament yesterday got one of those play mats.
And for entering, basically, it's pretty great.
Now, Jasco Games produces all of their play mats in-house.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we have one right here.
We have one right here. Yeah. We'll put it up on...
Here, you got one half?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this guy.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
And you can look at that smile. He's so happy to be here.
Yeah,
he's so excited.
He's just happy to kill you. Can't stop killing.
Yeah, I believe that's the Akuma's Go Hadoken.
That is beautiful.
Oh my god, the art, it is wonderful. I absolutely adore this.
So that's definitely a reason to always show up to Jasco Games events. Their prize support is the best, bar none. We do have an update here. It does look like that Click Badger beat Helio Ramirez
on the Felicia.
Yeah. Zoe versus Felicia. Congratulations to Click Badger.
Oh,
all right, Kevin Broberg is getting aggressive here.
Oh, the offensive already with Hyperbomb. Oh, but he does have a Negli in play.
Yeah, I don't think he'll pillow for it right now.
No, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have to, but it is just sitting there.
He won't do it.
No,
he is going to destroy one of those foundations, try to put his opponent behind.
Now, interestingly enough, though,
he's down to just one foundation.
Trained by the Streets was one of the cards that he opted to commit. I don't agree with that. On the back of, if Kevin had said that he wanted to enhance with Hyperbomb to draw a card, he could have made him add a card. Oh, the reversal. Jeremy did take half.
So what's Kevin going to do here?
He does check for the 6.
I'm fairly certain that Kevin Broberg is going to take damage here.
And this is on his turn, no less. Oh, goodness.
So, yep, Kevin Broberg is going to take 4 damage here.
A hefty amount of damage, that's right. Oh.
Ooh, okay.
That's an interesting card.
That's an interesting play.
So he chooses the Chain off of Chaos to bring in the Ever Hopeful.
Kevin's going to think for a minute, though. Is he going to stay aggressive, or is he going to... Nope, he's going to get pulled to Mahijin in play.
That's a very crafty play. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
You chain off of one symbol, kick it out, and then play the 2 others on your own symbol. That's very crafty. I like that.
I think that off symbol Ever Hopeful is going to be really good for him in this matchup.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with 1 momentum floating there. And the fact that you have a Negli ready to go.
Yeah.
It's going to be good positioning.
I think Jeremy has to build here. If he gets aggressive, he's going to have a staging area just torn apart.
Yeah, and he only has 3.
But he's going to attack.
Yeah.
That's a rough start.
That's rough, yeah. And, he got greedy, I think. Unless he has a hand.
I think Kevin Broberg here, he's good. Oh, I forgot the stun. He's
Stun
gonna.
3.
We're going to the pillow fort, though.
Ooh, do it early.
So he's going to take some damage here, though.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing to note is that he basically kind of... I would say Jeremy kind of shot himself in the foot there, but he does hit Broberg.
So Broberg is at 5. Oh, that's not going to pass either.
Wow.
So Kevin Broberg, as long as he can play defensively, he may be in a good spot.
Yeah, he's at 5, but the thing is, Sean, that is 2 momentum.
If he gets double Navos,
oh my goodness,
Kevin's going to 3.
Yeah.
To go back to that pillow fort. Kevin Broberg could win this here.
It's true.
If he has Navoses in his hand.
And
he has a fistful of orange cards.
Oh,
a
shell kick.
That was unexpected.
Now, and we say that it's very winnable because in most situations, 25 health is normally like very difficult to take out, but you have the explosiveness. Navos is such a powerful card in this scenario, and you have so many free enhances. I want to say that Power Split is one of those cards that really comes into favor here.
Now, Jeremy does have a showdown in his hand, but that's a +3 high block.
Oh, he's not going to make
And Shell
that.
Kick's a 4 high block.
Yeah, there's... Oh...
I don't think he could pass that.
I can't... Oh, my
Holy
goodness!
cow!
Wow!
Oh, my God!
How did he know the Kian was there?
That was a clutch 6
That
check.
was the most clutch I've ever...
Oh, that is rough. That is rough going.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Oh, Kevin Broberg is not in a good spot.
Oh, my goodness. And if I...
But he's down to 0 foundations.
Yeah, he has to be a little rattled, though.
Yeah. I mean, if Jeremy gets...
Jeremy takes 4 more damage.
What's Kevin Broberg going to do here? He's going to play some foundations. Oh, man, this match just got really exciting with that.
That was incredible.
With that 6 check there.
And he had
that completely changed that turn.
He believed. He had to have known. There's no way, right?
He had no choice.
And, like, okay, looking at his list, there are 3 Kians in the deck, so... No other 6 checks, though.
Is he going to get aggressive here? Kevin's not in a good spot.
No, that's true.
If he passes Death Valley Faceplant here, he could end this game. And here he goes.
He's going to go for it.
He got it.
Got it. That's true.
That's that.
Oh, my goodness. And he takes it.
I don't think Kevin Broberg's terribly happy right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. But, wow, Jeremy Johnston. He can't even believe he won that.
He is pretty surprised himself, I think.
Wow.
So, in a 3-game match, Jeremy Johnston, he advances. Congratulations.
And I think that was probably the most clutch showdown checking Kian I have ever seen in any. Wow.
Wow. I couldn't get over that. That was completely unexpected.
Speechless. Yeah,
that was the most opportune 6 check I think I've ever seen in my life.
That was incredible. And he checked the 5 on the Death Valley.
Yeah, if he'd have checked a 3 there, that would have been the end of his night. Because Kevin Broberg could have gotten a mile ahead here.
That was incredible.
So,
I do not.
Congratulations to Jeremy.
Congrats. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the cards are in your favor. Yeah.
They certainly were there.
Wow.
One thing for sure, I don't think Kevin Broberg would be interested in an interview right now.
No, not right now.
A lot of things just did not go his way.
That was one of those situations where you just kind of want to take a little while to catch your breath. That was, man.
Ooh, well,
I'd be a little heated.
I'd be pretty upset right now.
I'd be a little heated.
Well, I think we should call it a night at this point.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
that was quite late.
What a way to end, right?
Alrighty.
I mean, well, I guess we cut and maybe get Jeremy out here.
Sounds good. I'll let you have that. I'm going to go consult my my poor sad teammate.
Yeah.
And thanks as always. We'll see you again tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you tomorrow,
guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning for continuing coverage.
Right.
Good night.
And we're back to the UFS World Championship in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now with me is a top 8 placer, Jeremy Johnston. How are you doing, Jeremy?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. Now, let's go over what we just saw. How do you feel?
Incredibly lucky.
Incredibly lucky?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? I mean, people would use other words to describe that situation, but I want to highlight that you were playing Mega Man 2, and not many people really wanted to, I guess, see you top through that, but you showed that you had some adversaries there in top cuts. you wanted to basically run into Rodney's deck because you have a great matchup against him, the bomb man. You breaker him, and he doesn't do anything. But tell me a little bit about the match you just played against Kevin.
It was probably my toughest tonight.
You think so?
Just because of the whole I had to worry about novice.
Right.
And me and him both reverse.
Yeah, exactly, and it's a more battle of wills matchup, I would say. Now, I want to highlight the exact moment that you basically, I guess, turn the tables on Kevin. Now, if we can bring up Kian, right? I want everyone to know this card has a 6 check, and you ran 3 of it in your deck. Is that correct?
Oh yes.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the only 6 check in your deck.
Yes.
Wow. Someone said you have a guardian angel.
Oh yeah.
Now, the reason I bring this up is because we have another card, Showdown, which I would say won you the game there.
Yes.
Showdown has a +3 high block. The Shell Kick was a +4 high. You had no foundations and your character up.
Yep.
What was going through your mind in this situation?
At that time, because I knew what he could do.
Right.
I literally was looking through my discard pile to see if I checked one of the 3. And kind of said to myself, I either check it. I'm kind of due for the 6 check. Let's see what happens. And yeah, there was a 6 check.
And there it was. and there you go. What an incredible turn of events. And then the next turn, you had the Death Valley with no foundations.
Yep.
Wow. A guardian angel
go
was
big
out
or go home at that point.
You heard it. Go big or go home. Well, thank you, Jeremy.
No problem.
For that coverage. I appreciate it. And thank you for watching all of the UFS action today. You can catch more tomorrow on twitch.tv/playUFS. Thank you for joining us, and we'll have more action for you tomorrow.